Hey everybody, it is Monday, May 13, 2014, and this is my training vlog. Day 181 of year 3 of Operation Great Reset. Build Back Better. Wheelchair Roadwork. You will have nothing. You will own nothing. And you will be happy. I'm Charles Lamson, and I am your happiness guide. Weather's kind of overcast today. It's beautiful. It's about 75. A little overcast. Supposed to have scattered thunderstorms. It was raining just a tiny bit when I was out here doing my stretches. Just being a good boy, stretching before I'm that old now. I have to actually stretch before I push myself in my wheelchair. But just slight sprinkles. As far as training goes, training is going pretty good today. So far, pain is feeling pretty good. I mean, there's not as much pain in my right shoulders so far. I mean, it's feeling pretty good. So feel like I'm making some gains, gaining in strength. I've been increasing the training to where I was just going like, I don't know, a couple times a week, 3 times a week. I was getting up and getting out, doing my road work. My road work is late, even though my road work has been just consisting of me hanging out in the driveway, because I'm still nursing this right shoulder and trying to get over that curb to get out in the street or to get back in the driveway. It kind of aggravates the right shoulder. That's how I injured it the first time. I was just leaving my apartment. My shoulder was already pretty sore, but that's never happened. I was just leaving my apartment, popped the wheelie to go over the door jamb, heard a pop in that shoulder. That was all she wrote. So it's starting to come back, just very slowly. That was back in February, so just taking it nice and slow. Alright, so I'm going to be continuing my in-depth analysis of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Alright, talking about the power of independent will. Independent will is the ability to act, make decisions, and choose actions based on principles rather than on the emotions, moods, or circumstances. It's the power to act with integrity, even when you don't want to, and to be guided by your values instead of impulses or desires. Independent will is our capacity to act. It gives us the power to transcend our paradigms, to swim upstream, to rewrite our scripts, to act based on principle rather than react based on emotion or circumstance. Independent will. Independent will allows for effective self-management and discipline. It's one of 4 human endowments, along with conscience, creative imagination, and the 4 human needs. These endowments are interrelated. And neglecting one can harm the others. According to Stephen Covey, putting first things first, again, that's habit 3 of the 7 habits of highly effective people, means organizing and executing around your first important priorities and living by the principles you value most. This means saying no to things you know you shouldn't do, setting priorities, making a schedule, and following your plan. Habit 3 of the 7 habits of highly effective people, once again, is put first things first. Principles of personal management. Get another drink of water here. In the 7 habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey describes habit 3, put first things first, as the practical application of habits 1 and 2. Habit 1, be proactive, is about being in charge and a creator, while habit 2, begin with the end in mind, is about mental creation based on imagination. Habit 3, put first things first, is the physical creation, or the second creation, and is about organizing and executing around your most important priorities. Putting first things first is a time management habit that involves organizing your time around the most important things and eliminating the unimportant. It means living and being driven by the principles you value most, rather than by the forces and agendas around you. It's about prioritizing effectively and avoiding time wasting. Organizational mission statements. An organizational mission statement, also known as just a mission statement, is a brief statement that explains an organization's goals, values, and objectives, and how it will achieve them. It helps employees, customers, and leadership understand the organization's priorities and guides its actions. A good mission statement should be bold, motivating, memorable, original, and foundational. Here are some examples of mission statements. Tesla. Here's Tesla's mission statement: to accelerate the world's transition to renewable energy. Starbucks. To inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. Honda. Maintaining a global viewpoint. We are dedicated to supplying products of the highest quality, yet at a reasonable price for worldwide customer satisfaction. Microsoft reflects Microsoft's belief that innovation can act as a force for good and transform the entire world. Clark's. Our passion is to listen to our customers and deliver a product that allows the consumer to feel the pride, respect, and trust of everyone at the Clark's companies. Mission statements should be revised over time to reflect the organization's new culture and goals. It's also helpful if everyone working there in the organization actually knows the mission statement. Otherwise, it's just kind of a waste. But a good tip for organizational mission statements is they tend to be a lot more effective if you can get the whole crew on board or have little meetings and put together a mission statement with the whole crew. Let everybody throw in their 2 cents worth. That way everyone can feel like they were part of the creation of the mission statement. Everyone will they're just a lot more effective that way. Everybody actually knows what the mission statement is, which definitely helps things. Okay. It helps the effectiveness of the mission statement if everybody's on board with it. Alright, family mission statements. A family mission statement should outline your family's goals, expectations, values, and beliefs, and how you plan to live a good life together. A family mission statement should outline your family's goals, expectations, values, and beliefs, and how you plan to live a good life together. So it should also define what you want to achieve as a family and how you'll get there. A family mission statement can help create a bond between family members and strengthen your family's sense of purpose and unity. Here are some tips for writing a family mission statement. Start with questions. Have a family mission meeting that feels special, and bring brainstorming supplies like markers, chart paper, or a flip chart. Include the following. The statement should cover high-level areas that are important to family members, such as family cohesiveness, education, family member well-being, philanthropic interests, and open communication. Here are a few examples of family mission statements. The mission of our... Okay, well here's one. Here's one example. I put down two on my Twitter feed. I want to apologize for anybody who might have read that. Yeah, the second one was pretty screwed up. I should have edited it better, but it's such a small glitch though, it's not even worth going through and editing. But for my purposes here though, I'm only going to do the one example. Here's a example mission statement, family mission statement. The mission of our family is to create a nurturing place of faith, order, truth, love, happiness, and relaxation, and to provide opportunity for each individual to become responsibly independent and effectively interdependent in order to serve worthy purposes in society. That sounds like a fantastic family mission statement to me. And it's also a good idea to, once you have a family mission statement, go ahead and post it in your living room, somewhere where your family can look at it every day. Put a copy on the refrigerator. Make sure people see it every single day. Revise it as necessary, once or twice a year, whatever. I keep my personal mission statement on my blog. It's that way. I see it all the time. It reminds me the stuff that's really important to me, and just to keep my eye on the brass ring. It's a good way to do that. So these are just little tips we're throwing out there for everyone. If you want to live more proactively. Okay, moving on. Seek first. Okay. Identifying roles and goals. We each have a number of different roles in our lives, different areas of capacities in which we have responsibility. For example, as an individual, a husband, a father, a teacher, or a businessman. Here are some tips for identifying roles and goals. Identify roles. Consider your roles as a spouse, parent, friend, professional, or individual. Set goals. Create goals for each role that contribute to your long-term goals. For example, you could think about one or two results you want to achieve in the next week for each role. Schedule goals. Create a schedule that balances your work, family, and personal interests. Here are some tips for identifying roles and goals in a team setting. Match strengths to tasks. Consider each individual's strengths when assigning roles. Communicate roles. Clearly communicate each team member's role and responsibilities to the group. Get feedback. Ask for feedback to gain insight into how to create functional roles. Prioritize tasks. Prioritize tasks based on importance and interdependencies to achieve business goals. Visualization and affirmation. Visualization and affirmations are a system that can help you achieve your goals by working together to reprogram your subconscious mind and increase your self-confidence. Visualization. Create a vivid mental image of your desired outcome as if it has already happened. This can help you imagine yourself in your ideal role. Feel the emotions associated with it and identify the steps and resources you need to get there. Affirmation. Repeat positive statements to yourself, either aloud or in your mind, to reinforce your self-belief, motivation, and commitment. This can help you counteract any negative thoughts or beliefs that may hinder your progress. Some suggest following the 3 P's rule: present tense, personal, and positive. For example, you could say, I am a confident and persuasive demand manager who attracts new clients with ease. In effective personal leadership, visualization and affirmation techniques emerge naturally out of a foundation of well thought through purposes and principles that become the center of a person's life. Here are some examples of visualization techniques. Write your plans on 3x5 index cards and keep them near your bed so you can read them out loud every morning and at night. Visualize yourself speaking confidently and persuasively with potential clients. Expand perspective. Expand perspective is an idiom that means to examine a topic from a different or wider point of view. For example, it's important to expand your perspective by looking at this issue from different angles. Quote, unquote. What? Oh. Here are some ways to expand your perspective. Be curious. Ask questions to understand the world around you. Be open-minded. Avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions. Another way to expand your perspective: spend time with new people. Get to know people from different departments, a new neighbor, or anyone else. Another way to expand your perspective is to listen. Engage in interactions with mutual trust and respect. Another way to expand your perspective is to imagine. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Alright, so moving on. Broadening your perspective doesn't mean ignoring what doesn't work, but rather creating space for a more positive perspective to coexist with what's challenging. 2 ways to tap the right brain. 2 ways to tap the right brain in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the book by Stephen Covey, are: number 1, expand your perspective, which we just covered. Ask questions like, what's really important? Why am I doing and what I'm doing? Visualization and affirmation, another way to type into the right brain, the creative part of the brain. Use your imagination to visualize the ideal outcomes of projects, meetings, and conversations before you begin them. You can also visualize what success looks and feels like, and regularly affirm your mission statement, values, and goals. Habit 2 of, by the way, if you're a newbie to my videos, if you want to learn more about how to create a mission statement, just go to @CharlesLanson, on X, or go to my blog, charleslanson.blogspot.com. Plenty, and just scroll down. There's tons of stuff there on how to create a mission statement, personal mission statement. Or if you go to my blog, you can just charleslanson.blogspot.com. Just go to the search field and type in "search this blog," or I've got tons of stuff there. You just type in how to create a personal mission statement. I'm thinking there should be a lot of stuff there. Anywho, so visualization, affirmation, use your imagination. Visualize the ideal outcomes of projects, meetings, and conversations before you begin them. You can also visualize what success looks and feels like, and regularly affirm your mission statement, values, and goals. Habit 2 of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is begin with the end in mind, and is based on the idea that all things are created twice. The first creation is mental, and the second is physical. The physical creation follows the mental, similar to a building following a blueprint. Alright, using your whole brain. Our self-awareness empowers us to examine our thoughts. This is particularly helpful in creating a personal mission statement, because the 2 unique human endowments that enable us to practice Habit 2 begin with the end in mind. Imagination and conscience are primarily functions of the right side of the brain. Understanding how to tap into that right brain capacity greatly increases our first creation ability. The left brain is associated with things such as logic, analysis, sequencing, linear, mathematics, language, facts, think in words, computation. Right brain associated with things like creativity, imagination, holistic thinking, intuition, arts, rhythm, daydreaming, feelings, visualization. picture there. Writing and using a personal mission statement. So, okay. Gotta try to get in here. Starting to rain on me. A personal mission statement is a declaration of your guiding principles, goals, and aspirations in life. Alright. It's just starting to sprinkle a tiny bit. So, the personal mission statement helps you articulate your purpose, clarify your values, and make better decisions, both personally and professionally. Having a personal mission statement is important for staying grounded and focused. Here are some tips for writing a personal mission statement. Identify your core values. Your core values are your fundamental beliefs that guide how you behave in situations and what you like or dislike. Before writing your personal mission statement, it's important that you identify what your core values are. These guide your personal mission statement's direction. Choose who you want to create it for. Who do you want to serve? Who do you want to make a difference for? Point out core skills you'll use to create it. What are your strengths? What are you good at? And what you want. Add what you want for yourself. What do you want to achieve? What are your goals? Cut the specifics. Save details for your goals list. Your personal mission statement should be a general statement of your purpose. Here are some examples of personal mission statements. I am a compassionate and caring person who is dedicated to helping others. I use my skills and talents to make a difference in the world. Here's another one. I am a creative and innovative thinker who is always looking for new ways to solve problems. I use my skills to make the world a better place. Here's another sample personal mission statement. I am a hard worker and a dedicated team player. I am always willing to go the extra mile to get the job done. I am a lifelong learner who is always eager to grow and develop. I am committed to excellence in everything I do. Once you have written your personal mission statement, keep it in a place where you will see it often. This will help you stay focused on your goals and values. You may also want to share your personal mission statement with your friends, family, and colleagues, or post it on your blog like I do. This can help them understand you better and support you in your journey. Put it on your business card, whatever. Alright. A principle center. Principle centered means based on fundamental values, beliefs, and ethical principles. Stephen Covey's book, Principle-centered leadership focuses on individuals and their roles in work and family life and suggests that people should build their character from within. Covey identifies 4 levels of principle-centered leadership: principle, personal, interpersonal, managerial, and organizational. Principle-centered people don't overreact to criticism, negative behaviors, or human weaknesses. They don't feel built up when they discover others' weaknesses, but they are aware of them and realize that behavior and potential are different things. When people are principle-centered, they realize that principles are the only way to find a higher understanding, and that differences of opinion won't lead to violence because people won't see their opponents as enemies. Covey's book, Principle-Centered Leadership, is the follow-up to his earlier book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Some principles that Covey describes as being more principle-centered include fairness, equity, justice, integrity, honesty, and trust. Some principles of principle-centered leadership include sharing reasoning and rationale with respecting followers' perspectives and ideas. Being patient, being gentle, assuming that you don't have all the answers, withholding judgment, being kind, being open. Be kind, everyone. Identifying your center. A person's center is the core, where their most basic beliefs originate. Some tips for finding your center include breathing mindfully, meditate, pray, or sit in a quiet space and focus on your breath. Being present, focus on the moment, and limit distractions. Being aware. Be aware of your emotional state and pause when you feel out of balance. Core rooting. Stand with your feet wider than hip width apart. Visualize your body as a tree and focus on your core. Alternative centers. Oh shoot. We're having a little Alright, ladies and gentlemen, end of the big show. Time for us to part ways. Till our paths cross again. Happy trails, everybody!